Good morning, I'm Jennifer Seger and welcome back to my channel, The Seger Stories. We are on day 4, I think it is, I'm losing count, of our Disney World trip, and we are up early heading to Animal Kingdom. Hold on, my lens is fogging over. It is steamy out here. Okay, that's better. So we are just on our way to catch the bus to Animal Kingdom. If you are new to my channel, my name is Jennifer Seger and my husband Nate and I are on a Disney land and sea trip. So we are spending 5 days in the parks before we take Disney transportation to board a Disney cruise for a 3-day cruise. So excited to have you here and come along with us for another day of fun. So on this trip we are staying at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, and for transportation options we can take the Skyliner to either Hollywood Studios or Epcot, but for the Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom the only options are the bus, and buses start running from the resorts to the parks about 1 hour before the park opening, and for Animal Kingdom the opening is 8 a.m. So we were up pretty early this morning to catch the bus and actually entered the park about 10 to 8. So we had a game plan. We wanted to rope drop Kilimanjaro Safari, not necessarily due to the crowds and wait times, but because it's supposed to be super hot this afternoon and we didn't want to take the chance that many of the animals may be hiding out in the shade during the heat wave. We'd heard numerous tips that the best time to go on the safari is either early morning or maybe early evening when the temperatures start to cut back a bit. So we had a game plan and we're walking through, and I think my favorite part of getting to the park this early is seeing all of the park without the crowds. I mean, the amount of detail and theming that goes into this kind of world or land in Africa is just mind-blowing, and I feel like I'm transported, definitely not in Florida anymore.
Spotting guide to help you identify some of the animals out there on the reserve. As a quick reminder for your safety, please remain seated and keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside of the truck at all times. This is a great time to get those cameras out and ready to go. We won't be able to stop for every animal out here, but I'll try to stop for as many as we can. Oh, looks like there's no copy back there on the right. You'll see the stripes on their legs. Kind of looks like a zebra. They're actually the closest known relative to the giraffe. They have the same skull structure. They also have the same prehensile tongue, which means it kind of acts like a finger. They can grab onto food with their tongue.
There's a black rhino. He's a big boy.
A couple of those down there on the right. You can catch a quick glimpse of them all the way underneath the water. Fully grown, they weigh about 5,000 pounds. When they're first born, they're anywhere from 50 to 100. You also see those grayish-white birds. Those are pink-backed pelicans. During the mating season, they get a pink coloration to the skin on their back. Their wingspan is 7 to 9 feet. One of the biggest questions with zebras is, are they black with white stripes or white with black stripes? This species is black with white stripes. You can always tell by looking at their nose. Each zebra's stripes are unique to that zebra. It's kind of like a fingerprint, and in large groups are called a dazzle. The smaller animals are springbuck. Springbuck can jump 6 feet in the air. They can also leap 13 feet. It's really cool because they're only 3 feet tall. They're the fastest antelope. They can run 60 miles an hour. They do this thing called pronking when they're scared or excited. They run really fast across the savannah and start hopping. It's pretty awesome. Great, look at these giraffes again. Giraffes can run 30 miles an hour over a short distance. Over a longer distance, they can run 10 miles an hour.
Oh. Good morning.
That is a bull elephant or a male elephant. They are solitary animals. Once they reach maturity, they separate from the rest of the herd, live alone like he is. They have a prehensile nose, so they can grab onto food with their nose. The rest of the herd is led by the oldest and usually largest female, called the matriarch.
Oh, flamingo.
It comes in really handy because unlike a lot of large cats, cheetahs hunt during the day instead of night.
Yeah.
They're the only big cats that form prides and hunt cooperatively.
The Lion King.
The females will do the majority of the hunting, but males will kind of hang back and watch over their pride.
Hey, buddy.
Their roar can be heard 5 miles away. They usually roar to keep track of each other.
I was waving at it.
That guy's
During
just
the day,
hanging
their
out on the
eyesight
rock.
is about the same as a human's.
Yeah.
Once it gets dark, it is 6 times better than ours. A couple of rhinos back there on the right. I think we might get a better look around the corner.
Rough night last night.
I saw the leader.
White rhinos have a wider mouth. Black rhinos have more of a pointed mouth. And they can run 35 miles an hour, so when they're in large groups, they're called a crash.
So we just finished up Kilimanjaro Safaris, which was super cute because not only did we have the commentary of the driver, but we had this little kid behind us. What did he say that was so funny?
He was pretty much talking the entire time, but he goes, pictures are the best because they're little seconds of happiness.
Yeah, pictures are little seconds of happiness. He was so cute. It was so fun. So we walked over to Creature Comforts and we got some Starbucks and just some snacks. We do have a dinner reservation coming up. I think it's at 12:30 over in Asia. We are going to Yak and Yeti, which we are super excited about, but we're gonna go explore, I think, Dinoland, and then maybe make our way over to Pandora all before we hit lunch today. We just rode Dinosaur and it was really jerky. Like, yeah, my neck hurts a little bit. So we're just wandering around Dinoland a little bit, and I think we're gonna head over to Pandora. I am super excited to just see the floating mountains and take in that whole experience, and we're gonna try to do Navi river journey and then maybe see how long the wait is to do Flight of Passage. So we are in Pandora, looking up at the waterfalls, and what's really cool about it is that not all of them are water. If you see way in the back, that one right there is not water at all. It is just a rolling wheel, but it is so far away, and with the other real ones it gives the effect of having another waterfall. And this is just unbelievable theming. It's so gorgeous.
Okay, Dr. Stevens, they're ready.
Can everyone see me?
Yes.
Great. Welcome to the Avatar program. Soon, you're going to have a chance to undertake an amazing Navi rite of passage, flying on the back of this powerful animal called an Ikron, or as we call it, a Banshee. The way you're going to do this is by being matched to something called an avatar. And I'm here to help you guys get ready.
Important rite of passage they call Maya. With permission from the Navi and in partnership with Alpha Centauri Expeditions, we can now bring this amazing experience to you. The way you'll be able to fly is by linking to an avatar that's already on the back of an Ikron. Let's see how this works.
We establish a link using powerful psionic amplification equipment. A human driver is connected to an avatar, which could be physically hundreds of kilometers away. When you follow our technician into the link chamber, you'll see a series of 16 link chairs. Please go to the number that matches the number you're standing on now. First, stow your gear in the storage containers on the back wall. This should include all bags, cameras, and other items, including cell phones. It's important to push them all the way into the bin. Then get onto the chair as you would a bike. Straddle the seat, step forward, and sit down. Slide your hips forward until you are against the chest pad, and then move your feet all the way forward. Wait until you're seated before you put on your flight visors. Hold on to the hand grips as shown. It's important to hold on to the hand grips at all times. After you're seated, back and leg restraints will be firmly engaged. For your safety, throughout this entire experience, always remain seated and supervise your children.
Once the link takes place, you'll be connected to your avatar and sitting on the back of an Ikron. It'll feel like you're really there. Moments later, you'll begin your flight. A Navi guide will lead you out. You'll experience the breathtaking beauty of Pandora.
We are still in Pandora. We just rode Flight of Passage. It was amazing. The posted wait time was 40 minutes, but we really only waited about 25 minutes, and it really wasn't a wait at all. We were walking through large parts of the queue, and the queue is just amazing. Like the attention to detail and everything. They have a lab that you walk through, and you can see the research that the company had been doing and samples sitting out in the laboratory. You can see a live avatar in the tank, almost fully grown. I mean, it was just unreal. Plus, I mean, even before you get in the lab, there was so much detail, bioluminescent flowers, and I mean, just really incredible. Flight of Passage was, I mean, something I can't film at all, obviously, but it's kind of like Soarin', you know, where it's the, I guess, simulated ride. You're kind of flying through on the back of a Banshee. And unfortunately, Nate is feeling a little queasy. I myself felt a little queasy, but I think he's a little worse off than me. So we're just taking a minute and sitting here. I did get a Night Blossom, which is apple and desert pear smoothie. And then it does have some passion fruit baubles on top. So unfortunately, we're sitting in the sun. The sun seems to keep following me. We're going to find another place in the shade, maybe hang out for a little bit, and then see what the wait time is on Navi River Journey. Okay, the posted wait time for Navi River Journey is about 35 minutes, but honestly, I could spend all day in this queue. This is so intricate and gorgeous. Can I do this in my house? Can my bedroom ceiling be this? It's so just soothing. It's about 1 o'clock and we are checked in and just ordered a starter at Yak and Yeti. This is where we had our reservation for lunch, and I am so thankful that we had a reservation because it's starting to get hot and sticky outside, and we had a lot of people coming in that were walk-ins, and it's an hour-long wait. So I wasn't sure if we wanted a reservation when we were at Animal Kingdom because there are so many great places to grab a quick bite for quick service here. There's Satu'li Canteen and Flame Tree Barbecue. Both look like they had amazing menu items and just really unique things. So we were a little sad we were gonna miss out on that, but we know that Yak and Yeti is a great place to eat as well. There is a table service restaurant, and then around the corner there's also quick service, but we got reservations at the table service. We just put in our order for some pork egg rolls, and we're trying to decide on our entree. This, like so many other places, does have the QR code to scan. They're not doing menus right now. So we're going through and deciding what we want for our entrees. Everything looks delicious. We are super duper hungry today. Nate thankfully is feeling better. We went on Navi River Journey after Flight of Passage, and I have to say that was one of the most relaxing rides that we'd ever been on. We were both joking. Just even the queue is so serene and just quiet, and the music that they pump in. And the whole ceiling is woven by the Owatakai. I think I pronounced that correctly. It's been a while since I've seen Avatar, but the whole ceiling is woven, and just the entire experience was relaxing from start to finish. We spent a little bit more time walking around Pandora. The attention to detail, I am just blown away. All the plants and everything, and you can see the different mountains, the floating mountains. I just can't believe everywhere you turn there's something new to look at, and it's quite remarkable. I'm a little sad that we can't see it at night with the way the dimes, the sun, and everything is going down. This park is closing at 7 the entire length of our stay, but I know we will be back, and I definitely want to see Pandora at night because they have the bioluminescent plants out, and those are all lit up if you get the opportunity to see that. Plus, there are projections on the Tree of Life, and there used to be like a night river parade and things to close out the park, none of which are happening right now. just due to COVID restrictions. Just things haven't quite gotten back to normal, but hopefully they will, and we'll be back to see it. Okay, the egg rolls just arrived. There are 3 of them, so we're gonna have to fight each other for them. That is so good. Okay, our food just came. What'd you get, Nate?
I got the honey chicken wok.
Honey chicken wok. That looks so good. And I got the chop chicken salad, which also looks amazing. So I cannot wait to dig in right now. So we are done eating. Nate's a member of the Clean Plate Club. How was the honey chicken wok? Very good, very good. I am not a member of the Clean Plate Club. It doesn't look like I ate anything, and I promise you I ate a ton of this salad. It was too much, but oh my gosh, it was delicious. We had to save a little bit of room for dessert because Tamu, hope I'm saying that right, over in Africa does have Dole Whip, and I definitely want that for dessert. So we're gonna wander around a little bit, maybe try to go see the Lion King, and then go get a Dole Whip and hopefully beat the heat because it's warming up out there, but a lot more exploring to do in this park today.
Everybody get ready to clap your paws, stomp your hooves, and ruffle your feathers as we welcome you to a celebration of Festival of the Lion King. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Let's go! Let every creature go around and sing. Let's hear it in the herd on the wing. It's gonna be Simba's finest, Simba's finest balloon. Oh, I just can't wait. All together now.
That was a super cute show, The Lion King, and super packed, and now it is time to find some cool treats because whew, it is hot out here. I think we're going to find some treats and maybe walk around a little bit, browse the gift shops, and then it might be time for a midday nap. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. Nate just got our very first Dole Whip. I can't believe this is our first Dole Whip. There's just like way too much food in the world. In the Disney World. All right, it's the moment he's been waiting for. The Mickey bar. You look like a little boy. Like so excited to have your treat. Nate's first Mickey bar. I don't understand it because I do not like hard chocolate on ice cream, but I get that people do. But my Dole Whip was delicious, so that was my treat. We were just leaving and they're announcing that Donald and Daisy are coming on a boat, so we're gonna go see them.
Look over to the Discovery River. It's Donald and his friends.
And Launchpad McQuack is here too. Hi Donald, hi Daisy.
Launchpad!
That was really cool that they announced that so we could see Donald and Daisy and Launchpad. We did see another boat cavalcade coming through on the pontoon. It was Minnie and Mickey and Pluto, and unfortunately we missed that one, but hey, you can't do it all. There is a mass exodus leaving the animal kingdom right now. It's a really warm day. There's not much of a breeze happening. There is still so much more to see, but we know we will be back on another trip to do more. So for now, we are gonna leave the park. I think we're gonna go back to the resort and either swim or take a nap, or maybe do both and just get some R&R before our dinner reservation tonight. We are going to the Edison in Disney Springs, and we're super excited to experience Disney Springs and eat some more yummy food. So hopefully we can get hungry in the next, I don't know what, 4 hours. We always seem to have this problem where we're trying to get hungry again.
So it's 7:30 and we made it to Disney Springs for our dining reservation at the Edison, and I'm so excited to be here. This has been on my bucket list for so long to eat at this restaurant because the theming is just amazing. It is set in the 1920s, so it's got kind of an industrial and kind of an Art Deco vibe. I guess Nate was reading online and they're calling it Industrial Gothic, but again, the theme is it's set in an abandoned power plant in the 1920s, and it's just got really cool vibes and love it.
All right, we just checked in and got seated. Well, we just got our drinks actually at the Edison. What are you thinking so far of the restaurant?
I love it. Very
really
unique.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
So we just got our mocktails here. Nate got a, what is it?
I got a strawberry melon soda.
Strawberry melon soda, and I got an apple propellant. They're both mocktails on the menu, and they both look really, really good. Oh, and that is really tasty. It's like apple cider, lemon, I think, and ginger ale. I can't remember what all's in it, but it's really good. How's yours, Nate?
Very sweet. It has, I think, a combination of strawberry, lemon juice, or lemon, I think lemon juice and watermelon mix.
It looks really good. I'm gonna try yours. Whoa.
It's very sweet.
It's like drinking a Jolly Rancher.
Yeah.
It's like really sweet, but it's still good. Really impressed with this place, like so far. It's just a really cool place to eat. I'm so excited to be here right now. Our appetizer came out and we already took bites because believe it or not, we're starving, even though we had a huge lunch at like 1 o'clock. But it is the spinach artichoke dip, and is it good? As you're chewing?
Yeah.
It looks really, really good.
Cheese dip.
Just ooey gooey.
I don't think it's got artichokes
mess.
in it. I think it's just spinach cheese.
Spinach cheese, no artichoke, but oh my gosh, look at that. Looks so good.
So we finished dinner, which was amazing, and right when we were leaving the restaurant, we got caught in a downpour. So we threw on our ponchos and ran into World of Disney, and we are here with every other person in Disney Springs that is staying out of the rain. But we made it to the back of the store and found all the 50th anniversary merch. And they have like these projections on the floor, and they even did this huge castle replica for the 50th. It's just amazing. Of course, they have a whole other section dedicated to Halloween. This is the most Halloween merch I've seen in one location yet. And they also have this whole area dedicated to Hocus Pocus. They have Mary, tons of Mary, and they have Winifred, but no Sarah. No Sarah at all. We were in World of Disney for a little over an hour and a half waiting for this rain to stop, but it finally let up, and now it is time to explore Disney Springs.
Hello there. So it is 10 o'clock. I am back from Disney Springs with crazy, crazy hair. So if you've been following my channel, you know that when we got here on our first day, we got caught in a huge rainstorm. And then the weather has just held out every other day. So we look at the forecast and it says it's gonna rain, and then the rain keeps getting pushed back and back and back, and it doesn't rain. We haven't had any pop-up showers. So we've been really lucky and we've been spoiled. And so when we were kind of putting together a bag to go to Disney Springs, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna bring my small purse because we won't need an umbrella and we don't need all of the things. But I did, my saving grace, throw in 2 emergency ponchos tonight because we got done at the Edison and we walked outside and the sky just opened up. So we backed into the lobby and we thought, we'll just wait it out. We looked at the app and it said, the weather app, and it said it was gonna be raining for the next 51 minutes. That's what Nate's app said. So we're like, well, we better break out the ponchos and hoof it over to some of the shopping places we wanna go. So that's what we did. We headed out into the rain and made it over to World of Disney, which is a store we really wanted to see at Disney Springs. And let me tell you, it was huge. I just couldn't believe how many sections. We were walking by one door and they said exit, and the next door said exit, and we were like, how do we get into this joint? Like, it was ginormous. There were that many doors. It was crazy, but it was cool. We got some fun things, some gifts, and just waited out the rain with a lot of other people in that store, but at least it was big enough, and there was definitely much to see. We only made it through the whole store once before the rain let up. And then we headed over to the Marketplace Co-op, which was somewhere I was really, really looking forward to going, and browsed around there. So we actually only made it into 2 stores, but we spent significant amount of time kind of browsing around and, like I said, waiting out the rain because we were kind of stuck in there a little bit. So anyway, I will sign off on today, day 4, because it has just been another jam-packed, fun-filled day. I feel like I'm saying that at the end of every day. Like, it was another awesome, wonderful day that we spent together, that we spent in the parks, and there just truly is a lot of magic here. So we are having a great time. If you like this video, please click that thumbs up button below. That would really help me out. And also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you here. Got a lot more Disney content coming. Today is day 4 of 5 days in the Disney parks. And then we are getting on a Disney cruise day after tomorrow, actually. So we'll be filming all of that, and excited to have you along on our trip. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.